Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So, I've seen a few of these videos where they discuss if this character made it into Smash Bros, discussing like a potential move set and like gimmicks slash victory screens and all that stuff. So I decided to also take a shot at it, and this video was actually supposed to be like a few months ago, or actually sorry, just about a month ago, but I was putting all the ideas together and decided to do this one character. He's actually my second most wanted character for Smash Bros. Or was now. I don't know if Smash 6 is going to be a thing. But if it does, this is my second most wanted character. That is Raiden from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I've seen this video of like his entire moveset, unarmed with the polearm, his sword, and this other like scissor-like sword. I don't know what it's called. I've never played the game, but I've seen like how the moves work and how they can be manipulated into a moveset. So, I don't know, this video was like supposed to be a long time ago. Not like I said a super long time ago, but like, and there's a lot of like decisions, like a couple moves were tied to be like up air, down air. Like there's like a couple moves that were tied for one another. It was really hard to choose, but I tried not to make it the same as the other videos I've seen, so at least mine's different and it has like at least still like a good move set. Like it's not like an up air works like a down air, you know, it's not like opposites. It still works. All right. And also before we get started on this list, on this like analysis, if anyone is new to the channel, want to stick around for more videos like this. I don't know if I'm gonna make another one of these. Like this is like probably a one-time thing, unless eventually down the road I might do another one, but I don't know. So if anyone is new here, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. And also, right there, for 500 subscribers, we're doing the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. We are opening it on video. We're still pretty far away from that, but most of these videos, again, not just for like the edits and stuff and all like the viewership, but also for subscribers. But this is like a brand new video I'm actually trying to take a shot at. So this would be one of the most epic boxes. I've seen people, they don't do that well, but you know, it doesn't matter. You get so much stuff. The 3 cards, the golden coin, and a whole lot of other stuff. And there's like 16 packs. And also, again, also smash that like button. No like goal, just smash the like button. It doesn't matter how many likes. How many views depends how many likes. That's about it. And also, this video is going to be mostly looking at just moveset. No like taunts, victory screens, or even like throws. Like, I mean, I have like grabs, but like you guys can decide on the throws, the victory screens, and all those other things. But it's mostly looking at normal moves, special moves, his final smash, and a few special features or gimmicks. Other than that, let's get started on this somewhat massive project that I had in my head for over a month ago. Okay, starting with the jab, we have Flurry Kick. So this is executed the same as like Min Min's Flurry Kick, except it has more range. Obviously, that's due to having a blade stuck to his heel. So this would have more range and probably do more damage as well. And as a finisher, Raiden performs one more stat kick after the Flurry Kick is over. Okay, for the forward tilt is a combination of 2 moves, Strong Attack and Right Back Kick. So similar to Bayonetta's forward tilt, where she does 3 kicks when you do forward tilt 3 times, Raiden will have the same thing with 2 hits. So it's going to be Strong Attack for the first one and then Right Back Kick for the second hit. Right Back Kick is what launches the opponent. Next up is the up tilt, which is Sky High. So honestly, looking at this move, it looks like Snake's up tilt, but I have a feeling this move is going to be a lot weaker. Except it has a lot more range. Again, Raiden has the blade at the edge of his heel, so it's going to have more range than Snake's up tilt, except, again, do a lot less damage, but a lot easier to hit. And maybe it might have a sweet spot because it has the blade, and maybe like the edge of the blade is the most powerful. That could be a solid idea. But, like, nonetheless, more range, less damage than Snake. For down tilt, we have Sweep Kick. And yes, looking at this move, it does look more like a down smash. But there are characters that have pretty strong down tilts, and I guess Raiden can have a strong down tilt as well. Now, notice how he does, like, when he gets up, it takes, like, a second or so for him to get back up into position. So, obviously, for Smash Bros, there's going to be a little bit of a more forgiving, like, frame. So, it's not going to be, like, as much cooldown to use it, but it's got to do, like, I'm going to say a lot of damage, but not, like, 25 or 30. I would say, like, maybe 15 damage for the down tilt. It seemed about fair for, like, a slightly faster cooldown. Like, the get-up position could be a little bit faster, but not by a whole lot. So for our first aerial move, which is the neutral air, or the Nair, is Tornado Slash. Now, looking at this move, it does look more like it goes forward, like he launches himself forward when he uses it after comboing from another move. But I say, like, if you just take this one part of the move, which is the slash itself, it could be like Marth's Nair, but with more range, and really, there's not much else to say about it. I guess, like, maybe it could launch you slightly forward, but not as much as in the actual game. So, Crescent Slice. This move, honestly, could take forward air and back air, because it kind of, like, it could work for both. Now, I did notice that he only performs the slash when, in which direction he's facing. So if he's facing forward, he's only going to do it forward. But I mean, I guess you could, the back air version could be executed slightly different, but that's about it. But I kind of had to combine this move for two different moves. And if you guys have, like, a better idea for a back air, then please put it in the comment section below, but I kind of just did it for both. Next up is the up air, which is aerial raid. Well, not the whole move because it's a 5-hit combo, but the last hit, which is basically the move launcher, but used in the air. This honestly is the closest thing that looks like a back, or looks like an up air, but nothing further. So this is another move that's kind of lackluster, and it barely looks like an up air, and it looks to be like probably one of the worst ones in the game. But it'd be decently powerful and could probably come off the top, but that's about it for this move. Next is the down air, which is Falling Lightning. And it's basically another, like, dive kick, like Zero Suit Samus or Richter. But obviously, unlike Richter, he doesn't, like, bounce off and, like, you can perform another move. It's just a straight down kick. And unlike Zero Suit Samus, it's gonna have a sweet spot. So maybe, like, when hitting a grounded opponent with the, like, impact, it could be, like, it could do a lot more damage, like an explosion. I know Zero Suit has the same thing, but it doesn't do, like, a lot of damage. It's, like, 2 or 3. So I'll say when you hit the ground, it does, like, 10 or 11 more damage than normal. But if it's hitting, like, an aerial opponent, it just does the regular amount of damage. So our first of the smash attacks is the forward smash. And this one is Throat Slicer. So this one is going to be a pretty fast forward smash by the looks of it. Not like it's going to be, it looks faster than Sweep Kick, but still not entirely fast. I wouldn't say it's still a fast move, but it is faster than Sweep Kick. So this one, like most of the sword fighters, this could have, like, a sweet spot at the edge of the blade. It could have the most knockback, but does the most damage when it's, like, the middle of the blade. For the up smash, we have Rolling Thunder. Now, this does look more like an up special because it looks more like a recovery move. But, I mean, like, I guess, like, an up smash that takes you off the ground could be a cool idea. And again, this is actually not a recovery move because you can't use smash attacks in the air. So I'll say it has more strength when grounded, but if you only hit the tops, like the top hitbox when he's full on in the air, it does the least amount of damage. But I can actually see this killing off the top really easily, especially at, like, even around, like, 70. Now, what better move for down smash than Stormbringer? Now, this crazy move is probably going to be the most crazy move in this entire collection, and probably one of the strongest down smashes in the entire game if it becomes a thing. Now, I don't know about damage, but knockback, this is going to be crazy. And the hitbox, I don't even imagine the hitbox in this, but this is the reason Sweep Kick wasn't a down smash. I wanted this crazy move to be it as well. So there's, like, the backstory why Sweep Kick was only down tilt. But this move would be so cool to have as a down smash, like charging this up. It looks like Pyrus Flame Nova in terms of, like, but he's, like, actually spinning himself around on the ground with the blade. If this looks really cool, and honestly could be a really cool down smash. So starting things off with the neutral special is Thunderstrike. So this looks to be like a non-chargeable, like, electric explosion. It's gonna be pretty powerful. It's like Kazuya's laser. It's like a semi-strong projectile, that's not chargeable, but it's pretty slow. So I can see this going two ways. Either make it chargeable, like Ike's Eruption or Roy's Flare Blade, but I think it's going to be weaker than those two moves, but have a little bit more knockback than Ike's. Or just make it like a mid-range 15 damage explosion, and has decent knockback. For the side special, we have Lightning Strike. So this is another move that looks like Ike or Mii Sword Fighter's side B, where it like travels a pretty good horizontal distance, but the difference is this one looks to be non-chargeable, so you just do it. But I will say, it does put you in free fall after you use it the first time, so you can't just use it as many times as you want, but I think it's going to cover more distance than Ike's, or maybe around the same as Ike's fully charged side B. And for damage, maybe you can give it like Wolf, where Wolf has like a sweet spot, or it just doesn't do that much damage. Like 9 damage might be good, but nothing further. For the up special, we have Cyclone. Now, this does look more like a down air, like looks like Sephiroth's Gates of Hell, but like I would say, like he does do a slight jump forward, so I guess you can make the jump a little bit higher in Smash Bros. Like it's like Mii Sword Fighter's up B. Like you go up and then you go right back down. It has a sweet spot if you hit a certain part of the blade when you are grounded. So not much to say about Cyclone, but it's got to do a decent amount of damage for the sweet spot and also a pretty good amount of knockback. And now for the final special, the down special is Draw Attack. So I have seen in the other video that I watched, he said this should be the forward smash, and honestly that could work as well. So the reason I chose down special for this move is, I guess it could work like a counter attack. Because in the pose that he does, and then like, so he does the pose, and if someone hits him, he can strike back. So obviously like every other counter, the amount of damage depends on what move he's countered. I would say about the same knockback as Marth or any other like average counter attack. So first up with the gimmicks is Parry. So Parry in Smash Ultimate is Perfect Shield. So and if you look in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, a parry also leads to a counter. So I guess when Raiden parries an opponent or parries an attack, he counters back with a light attack or something like a weak attack, but it has like good knockback. But that's not the weird part. The weird part is Raiden has this other version called Aerial Parry that honestly is the same thing but in the air. So Raiden would be the first character to have an aerial parry in Smash Bros. And also that aerial parry will lead to a counterattack. So that's a first for this character. Now the second gimmick is also have to do with shielding, but instead of parrying, it's either dodge rolls or directional air dodge, with this move called Defensive Offense. So this move looks kind of like a dodge roll, like when he moves back or moves forward, he like slashes away from him or toward him, and also when he dodges side to side. When you're going side to side, he also looks like he's slashing from side to side. So it'd be a cool idea when he dodge rolls, he slashes as well, like he attacks as well. But honestly, this has to be a weak attack because or else it's gonna be too broken or too overpowered. But it'd be a cool idea and a cool nod to the game if they included this. Okay, the third gimmick is with this move, Stabbing Despair, which would be a pretty cool grab. So obviously, by looking at this, it's going to be a tether grab, but it actually has a lot more going for it. So when Raiden uses it and latches onto an opponent, Raiden will pull himself towards his opponent and do a double kick, or two-legged kick. That will launch them backward. This can also be used in the air, obviously, to also grab the ledge and stuff. But also, there's two ways we can execute this. So on the ground, it can lead into a grab, and just, you can do the pummel and do whatever throw you want. Or when used in the air and grabbing your opponent, he performs the two-legged kick. And now for the final gimmick, Ripper Form. So this is going to be executed like Kazuya's Rage, where once you hit 100%, you go into the state called Ripper Form, or essentially bringing back Jack the Ripper. So it's going to look very similar to Kazuya's Rage with, the red aura surrounding him, but this doesn't just do more than just giving you better stats and stuff. So it's going to obviously get stronger attacks, stronger knockback, even probably better frame data if you want to go the extra step. But it's going to completely change the smash attacks and the grab. So these 4 are going to be subtopics for Ripper form. Let's get started. So the first thing is the forward smash. It now becomes Whirlwind, which by looking at this move, it looks to be crazy powerful, and I bet in like Smash Bros this is going to kill super early. So he opens up these like scissor-like blades and then surges them in electricity or plasma, and then literally closes them, and then like the electricity like surges. It looks incredibly like strong, and also I bet it's gonna kill at like 10% if it's fully charged, and probably gonna do like over 50 damage. Next is the new up smash, which is Dust Devil. Now honestly, this is probably the most boring one because it's just a simple slash, but it is the closest thing I guess we have to a stronger up smash. So I guess they could make this a moderately powerful up smash, like maybe like 75% the strength of Ganondorf's up smash, maybe like a 30 damage up smash instead of 40, but it still has good knockback obviously. And obviously it's going to be a little bit faster than is in the games. And for the final smash attack, the new down smash is Turbulence, which honestly looks a lot like Hero's Hatchet Man, like in the way that the sword goes to the ground, but it has less like, instead of like going like strike 1 then right down like at light speed, it kind of just is the same speed all the way from start to finish. So obviously by looking at this is going to be another very strong down smash or a very strong smash attack in general. It might even be a kill move, but either way it's going to be really strong. Like I think this could go into the 40s. And now for Stabbing Despair, well, notice how that the blue orb turns purple. This is the charged version of Stabbing Despair, which by looking at this, and also when Raiden kicks his opponent, it looks about the same. I guess it's maybe a little bit more powerful, so it might even just be a visual change because in Jack the Ripper form, it just makes him more powerful. So this might just be like again, a visual difference. But it does lead to one more thing that's not just executed in the charge form, it is also executed in with the regular Stabbing Despair, but I have a feeling it could be like a cool like Rage Drive for Kazuya, so it's like a exclusive move that you get when you're at 100%. And the final gimmick, which is related to Stabbing Despair, is when you use Stabbing Despair, you get Force of Magnetism, which is the same thing when you like grab onto your opponent or grab onto one of the enemies, and instead of just kicking them, he like launches them in the air and then performs what looks like Snake's forward tilt. And also looks like it goes in slow motion. So I was thinking this could just be like a command grab, but this would also be really cool in like Jack the Ripper form. When using this, instead of the double kick, instead of the two-legged kick, when he's using the aerial version of Stabbing Despair charged, he performs Force of Magnetism. And obviously, it's going to have to do a good amount of damage because it's going to trigger the dramatic slow motion effect. And now for the final smash, Blade Mode. So with this final smash, basically he puts a slow motion effect and then hits you a bunch of times with the blade, depending on how many times you press the button, and then finishes you off with a finishing move. So this kind of works like Toon Link or Young Link's Triforce Slash, where, you know, they stun you and then they hit you inside the Triforce and then they finish you off with a big one more hit. So with this move, Blade Mode, so you notice how in the games you have Raiden's HP gauge, but right underneath it is the FC gauge. Notice how it's full. It runs from full to empty when you use the slow motion effect. So I was thinking you get a full bar of this. It only appears when using the final smash. It appears, let's say for 4 seconds. So let's say for 4 seconds, and after 4 seconds it's empty. Basically you have to hit the B button as many times as you can before the meter runs out. So once the meter runs out, then he uses the finishing move, and that launches you. So let's say you press the B button 10 times, so you get 10 slashes. So after the 10 slashes, let's say like that's like 40 damage, and then the last hit. So you can even only do 1 slash, and that's good enough if your opponent's at a high enough percent. And obviously in Jack the Ripper form, the move becomes slightly stronger with slightly more knockback. Well guys, that's the end of this video. That is covering all of Raiden's moves for Super Smash Bros. That's not even including like victory screens, taunts, and all that other stuff. And man, this was one crazy video. And by the way, I was like editing this as while we were recording. So I was like doing this, recording, editing, put that part together, and then just rinse and repeat until we finished every single part. But like, I actually enjoyed it. It was cool, like experimenting with this stuff and realizing how good it really comes out. It comes out like amazing. And honestly, again, this moveset, 99% is probably not gonna be the moveset that will be in Smash 6, even if Smash 6 exists. I don't have any doubts, but I don't know if we're gonna get another Smash game. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this crazy video, I don't know if we're doing another one of these, but I realized maybe I will because of how, like, it was easy to do. It just took a while. It took like a couple of hours just to put all this stuff together. And like slow motion and all like the zooming in and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of this video. That's gonna be, I don't know, this is insane. So again, if you guys, anyone is new here, want to stick around for more videos, subscribe to the channel. Again, our brand new goal is 500 subscribers. And for 500 subscribers, we're opening this. The Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. It's going to be one of the craziest videos we're ever going to do. Again, probably the biggest product we've ever opened in terms of Pokemon cards. I think, yeah, bigger than any booster box by far. I mean, if you're including by price, then no. Because we've opened Evolution booster boxes 4 years ago, and those are worth way more than this box. But if you're talking about the size of this thing, if you're talking about current times, this is the biggest thing we've opened so far. And also, guys, again, smash that like button. Again, views to likes, like a ratio. Again, like how many likes, how many views. That's the only thing. Like if it has like 5 views and like 0 likes, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like again, if you guys like enjoyed it, then yes, please do like the video, and also comment down below if you would have changed anything, or how would you guys think, like you think this moveset could work, or like what would you have changed, or is there like any other special gimmicks that you guys would have put in? And also, guys, credit to the people the videos I've watched. I'm gonna put those people in the description, not the videos, but just the YouTube creators themselves who have made these videos. But it was mostly just this one guy, and thank you to that guy for like making a whole showcase on Raiden's entire moveset. It's just incredible. Like that took like I don't know, I don't know how long it was. It was a pretty long video of just like basic weapons, the pole arm, the scissor-like weapon, and also just the unarmed moveset. It's pretty cool, and thank you guys for that. And I couldn't have done it without you, and couldn't have done it without like the footage of him going Jack the Ripper, or the final smash, which is, you know, Blade Mode, which is the final attack he does on Armstrong. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I gotta recover and also start uploading this video and make the thumbnail. I've not done that yet. And that's all there is for today. Once again, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace out.